Today we're going to look at this beautiful home in sunny Southern California in the city of Camarillo. It's 1984 Del Ciervo Place. Today we're not talking so much about this home specifically as from a buyer standpoint, but more as from a marketing standpoint and a seller standpoint. What we're able to do for these people, we could possibly be able to do for you as well. You see, we listed this home at 1984 Del Ciervo Place approximately 30 days ago. And actually, it's just under 30 days now, and it will sell, record today, and close today, which is less than 30 days from the listing date to the actual transaction closing date. It's pretty unheard of in today's market. Things don't usually happen this quickly. As I take you on a tour, I want you to notice the property is in great condition. I point that out because that's a big factor in whether or not we're able to sell your home for top dollar, which we did in this case, and in a short period of time, which we did in this case. So the sellers did their job. They kept the colors neutral. They kept the beautiful tile floors up. The hardwood banisters are in great shape and in good condition. The dark cabinetry and dark bookshelves. So they certainly did their job. They maintained the property. They improved it in the right areas, in the right spots. They did a great job decorating. Then it becomes my job as their real estate agent, their realtor, to do my job, and that's to market the property appropriately. We started marketing this property before we ever put it on the market. And by that I mean that the sellers and I had come to terms on the fact that we were going to sell it, what their purchase or sales price they were targeting was going to be, what the commissions, etc. would be. And then I started discussing the property with the other agents in the community, some in my office, some not, letting them know that we would have this property coming on the market shortly, and that if they had any clients who could potentially be interested in it, to please let us know so that we could maybe get them in and let them see it ahead of time or what have you, or even if we couldn't set that up, just so they would be prepared when we did market it, so we'd be able to put our absolute best foot forward. Through the course of those conversations, I was able to find an agent in my office who had a buyer looking for this specific floor plan in this specific community. And so we were able to set up an appointment to let that buyer see this home. They saw the home, loved it, and wrote an offer before we ever put it on the market. My sellers were so blessed by the ability to actually sell their home without showing it to anybody other than the buyer who purchased it. It's an incredible opportunity. It doesn't happen very often, and I'm not promising you that I can make that happen for you or your friends, family, and co-workers. What I am telling you, though, is that in addition to that blessing, I was able to step back and take a second look at how to market it. Because once we did put it in the MLS, it was going to go contingent immediately, which meant that most buyers weren't really going to look at it through the multiple listing service, and most agents weren't going to consider it for their buyers because there was already an offer on it. And what was the point? You don't want to try to buy a house that somebody else is already buying. The likelihood of you getting it is kind of slim. And the numbers on the MLS indicate that. We actually only had a little over 100 agents look at it through the whole time of the listing, and less than 25 public or buyer views of the property. And we had 29 pictures in the MLS. So what could I do? I started thinking, and I looked a little bit into some out-of-the-box marketing techniques and what have you, and I was able to put this home in such a way on the Realtor.com that I was able to garner 187,000 plus, more than 187,000 independent, individual viewings of the property, its characteristics, its specifics, the 25 photographs that I was able to put up there, the write-up, etc. 187,000 plus, 187,500 and some odd different times, people specifically looked at this home, the pictures, the information, etc., because of the marketing that I was able to provide for these sellers. So in the event that these buyers had not qualified or had changed their mind during their contingency time period, the sellers of this property were protected because we made sure that as many people as possible were actually viewing the property and considering it for their next move. That's the kind of marketing that I can offer to you, to your friends, to your family members. 180